Illuminate your path. The digital chime was a familiar comfort, a tiny beacon in the vast, often lonely expanse of Leo's day. It was Luna. Her name, a soft glow on his screen, always promised a moment of reprieve, a quiet corner of the world where their souls could finally breathe. Their days were still lived apart, separated by the relentless hum of his own complex life and the suffocating strictures of her parents' world. But in these messages, in the language they had forged, they were undeniably, irrevocably, together. He picked up his phone, the cool glass a familiar weight in his palm. It had been a long day for him too, a tapestry woven with mundane tasks and the persistent, dull ache of unfulfilled longing. He saw her initial greeting, a simple, "Hello," and typed his usual reply. "How was your day, my butterfly?" It was their ritual, a gentle opening to the deeper currents beneath. The reply came swiftly, but its content sent a jolt through him, a cold dread that tightened his chest. 20%. 20%. His breath hitched. That was too low. Far too low for his Luna, his vibrant butterfly whose spirit usually shimmered with a quiet resilience, even in her cage. 20% meant her art was shattered, her colors muted, her wings heavy with an invisible weight. He knew, with an instinct born of their soul-deep connection, that something was profoundly wrong. His thumbs flew across the keyboard. "Luna, my heart, what happened? Tell me." He waited, the silence on his end of the line stretching, thick with his mounting concern. He imagined her, wherever she was, huddled, perhaps tears already blurring her vision. Then, her words began to trickle through, a hesitant stream that soon became a torrent of raw, unfiltered pain. She had gone to the mall with her parents, a rare, supervised outing that had started with a fragile sense of normalcy. She was having a good day, she said, a brief, fleeting moment of lightness, until she found it. A dress. She described it with a painter's precision, each detail a brushstroke of her personality. It was cute, she said. But more than that, it reflected her. It was the color of her spirit, the cut a silent rebellion, designed to complement her white skin, to hug her body elegantly, to speak of the vibrant, expressive woman she truly was. It was a piece of her, made manifest. Her father, however, had seen it differently. His gaze, sharp and disapproving, had immediately shot her down. He had questioned her, his words like barbed wire, demanding to know why she would want such a thing, forbidding her from wearing it if she dared to buy it. The argument had escalated, Luna's quiet yearning for self-expression clashing violently with their rigid control. She recounted the suffocating feeling, the familiar walls closing in, the crushing weight of their expectations. She just wanted to be free, she typed, free to express her creativity in everything, not just on a canvas, but in the clothes she wore, the way she moved, the very essence of her being. Leo listened, his jaw clenching. He wanted to listen, to absorb every word, every nuance of her pain. He knew Luna possessed a magnificent sense of fashion, an innate artistry that extended beyond her painting. It was another facet of her siren song, a way she expressed the beauty within. To hear it so brutally dismissed, to see her spirit stifled, ignited a slow, burning rage within him. Then, the messages changed. He saw the shift in her words, the slight tremor in her digital voice. "I'm sorry, Leo," she typed. I'm crying." His heart didn't just break, it shattered. The soundless tears on her end of the line were a physical blow to him. A sudden, violent burst of rage and profound sadness swept over him, an overwhelming tide that left him breathless. He felt everything she felt, the injustice, the humiliation, the crushing despair. His fingers flew across the keyboard, a guttural sound escaping his lips. "Fuck!" he typed, the expletive a raw, desperate cry against the unfairness of it all. He wanted to yell, to break something, to tear down the walls that held his butterfly captive. He wanted to reach through the screen, pull her into his arms, and shield her from every harsh word, every suffocating expectation. He was always fiercely honest with her, even when his emotions were chaotic. He typed, "Don't you dare apologize, Luna. Don't you ever be sorry for feeling what you feel. I'm feeling this because I can't stand seeing my butterfly hurt. I wish I could take it all away." He truly meant it. There was no ulterior motive, no calculated attempt to gain sympathy. He felt that way because the thought of her pain was unbearable. He wanted to feel it, to absorb it, in hopes that it might lighten her burden, even by a fraction. He waited, his own breath held. Then, another message. 15%. His heart plummeted further, a fresh wave of pain and impotent rage washing over him. 15%. She was sinking. He closed his eyes, picturing her, small and fragile, her vibrant wings crumpled. He took a slow, deliberate breath, pushing down his own despair, forcing his focus back to her, to the light he needed to be. "Luna," he typed, his thumbs moving carefully, pouring every ounce of his love and desperate hope into the words. "That's too low, my little butterfly. Please open your wings and fly, please, Luna." He sent it, a silent prayer echoing in his soul. The seconds stretched into an eternity. Then her reply came. "Will you fly with me?" His heart swelled. A tremor ran through him, a mixture of profound tenderness and fierce determination. He knew his answer, the promise that had always been hers. "I'll illuminate your path," he typed back, his fingers trembling slightly. It was more than a promise. It was his very essence, his purpose for her. He was her moon, and he would light her way through any darkness. A moment later, her final message of the night appeared. "My moon." And in that simple, heartfelt phrase he felt a shift. Not a complete erasure of the pain that was impossible, a wound too deep for quick healing, but a shared understanding, a quiet acceptance of his presence. They sent each other mental hugs and kisses over text, an invisible embrace that transcended the miles, slowly, painstakingly, lifting each other. They were both still at a low percentage, the hurt a dull ache in their souls. But it was okay, because he was there for her, in the only way he could be. All she needed in that moment was for someone to listen, truly listen, and to understand her pain, to feel it with her. And he did. He felt it, every shattering piece, and in feeling it he held her, illuminating her path through the deepest night.